I'm back! Yeah, it's been a while since I've made a video on this channel. I ran into some difficulties, and so I thought I'd just take a break from it, see what I wanted to do, how I was going to go about and go forward. And I think I figured it out. When I started the channel, I really didn't know what direction the channel was going to go in, how I wanted to do it. I just knew I wanted to do something news related, at least. Well, when I started, it was just news. That's all I did. Well, then I threw in some jokes about the news a few times, and people really liked that. And again, not knowing which direction the channel was going to go, I decided to go ahead and try to make it a comedy channel. And comedy seemed to work a lot better with the trolls. The trolls, and that is a big deal to me, because I mean, my other channel, it's just non-stop trolls. It's almost not even worth reading the comment section anymore. It's just all trolls. Well, having comedy, the trolls didn't really have anything to say, because no matter what they said, it was like, dude, lighten up. It's comedy. Get over yourself. So they pretty much gave up. But that wasn't the only reason. I mean, there was views seemed to really pick up for a bit when I did comedy, and then they dropped off. And I think the reason they dropped off was I was experimenting with things. I bought a wig to pretend to be Nancy Pelosi and just different things. And as I was experimenting, I was losing more and more and more views. Well, I realized that was a problem, so then I went back to the original comedy format. And it looked like it was starting to pick back up. But all this time, YouTube was giving me a hard time. It was extremely difficult to get YouTube to approve a video. Either it would get demonetized, or they would have a beef with it. And so it would take me all day to upload a video. It was just terrible. Well, finally, I was able to get self-monetization. And that's a pretty big deal on YouTube. I've had self-monetization on my other channel for years now. That way the computer, the YouTube computer algorithm, isn't trying to decipher what it is that you're doing. But you gotta have, I think, 20 videos or something like that, self-monetization without any errors in it, before they'll give you access to being able to self-monetize without anybody or anything checking them. Well, I got to 15 before I had a problem. And they said the video was violent in a comedy channel. What it was, I popped up a picture of policemen kneeling on the ground. Now, we all could tell what it was. They were holding a suspect down. But in the picture, you couldn't see the suspect. As a matter of fact, I actually cropped it so you couldn't see the feet of the perpetrator or suspect, or what do you want to call him. The only thing you could see was the backs of the police, and it was a fuzzy, grainy picture. I did it on purpose so folks could still get the joke, and it would not violate YouTube's terms of service. Well, they said it was violent, so they restricted it, which just killed my monetization again. I had to start all over. So that means I would have to spend hours and hours and hours a day again trying to upload videos to get it to monetize and pass the monetization process. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to say, well, who cares about the monetization? Well, it takes a lot of effort to write all these jokes. It was a lot of effort to write jokes. So it would take me 3 or 4 days to write enough jokes to make a video. So I just thought, you know what, I need to take a break. This isn't working, and I need to figure out something else to do. I mean, I was going to lose the channel if I kept going. I mean, it was pretty obvious YouTube did not like what I was doing. So there was no reason to continue to lose the channel. And possibly, I'm not sure, but I heard a lot of people say you could lose the other channel. I'm not too sure about that. I know that you can't start another channel if you've lost a channel, but I'm not too sure you could lose a channel. I've seen other people keep 2 channels and lose one. So I thought, why risk it? Let's just stop. I mean, it only had 3,000 subscribers or something like that. And so if I didn't ever get going again, it was no big deal. So I started focusing on the old channel again, and I mean, it is what it is. I just decided this is what we were going to do. Carolyn was okay with what we were doing. And almost immediately, YouTube gave me 2 new features that on the old channel that really kind of incited me to, or convinced me, or whatever you want to say, to kind of give up on this channel just for a little while. And they gave me the ability to promote products, not advertise, but promote products that I use around here, generators and different things. And YouTube is selling those products. So if I tell someone, hey, click this, YouTube sells it to you, and they give me 10 cents. So I thought that's great. I mean, it was a little bit of money, not a lot. And then they also did the super thanks button. I've been waiting forever for the super thanks button. And that's, again, not a lot of money, but I thought, okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I've been watching this YouTuber for a while now, and he changed the format of his channel, and he's starting to get a lot of views. And I thought, man, this would be perfect for the Off-Grid News channel. It's almost written for me. What he's doing, and what I'm going to start doing, he's collecting emails from you, from his viewers, about things going on in the world. And then he reads what's going on in the world from his viewers. And he's calling it boots on the ground, is what he's doing. And I talked to Carolyn, and she said, well, you're just stealing what he's doing. Well, I'm being competitive, and he may be more successful than me. But I think even he would agree, the more information we can get out, he could get out, they can get out, the better. So I thought I'd try this and see if it would work. So what I'm going to do is I've started a email that I'll put down here in the description. It's offgridnews@yahoo.com. Pretty simple to remember. Again, it's in the description. And what I'd like for you to do is send me your emails about what you're seeing going on in the world. Shelves are empty, no eggs, no chicken. What's going on at work? Are you able to get supplies at work? Is there a shortage of anything? Now, if you don't want me to use your name, just say, hey, don't use my name. If you don't want me to use the name of the company that you work for, just say, hey, don't use the name of the company I work for. But here's what's going on. You could say, let's say you work for Ford, for example, and you say the Ford doesn't have any chips, and so they're laying people off. If you tell me don't use Ford's name, what I'll say is there's a major American automotive maker who has a shortage of chips, and they're going to start laying off. That protects you if you want to be protected. If you want to name me to use your name, you get a little shout out. I know a lot of people like that. So that's where I'm going to go with this channel for a while, see how this works, and see if YouTube has a problem with it. I can't imagine that it's going to be a problem. I mean, I know the rules of YouTube. That's the thing. And there's things you just can't say on YouTube, and I know that, and I've been very careful not to say it. But when they take a picture completely out of context, it was manually reviewed twice, and they say it's violent, when there was nothing violent in it. Nothing. I clearly read the rules. There was nothing violent in it. So they're just going to do whatever they can to shut down any kind of speech they don't like. So if it's coming from you and you're saying, hey, my shelves are empty, that does not violate any rules. If you're saying that I went to the doctor and they don't have the medication I need, that doesn't violate the rules either. So again, let's get this thing going. May not get a lot of great information in the first couple videos, but click that link. Tell me what's going on in your world. Gas shortages, gas prices, food shortages, food prices, and I'll read them off. And I don't know, 5 to 8 minute videos or something like that. We'll see how it goes. So I do appreciate you hanging around for so long without me making videos. I've only lost 20 subscribers. So thanks for watching.